What's up, YouTube? Today I'm going to be installing some new wheels on my Heritage Softail Classic. I got some DNA fat spoke wheels, and the whole reason I'm putting these wheels on this bike is I was just going to put tires because the tires are 16 years old. I just bought this bike last year, and the guy only drove it 1,400 miles in 10 years. And he probably never put tires on it. And I was looking at the rims, and the rims are in bad shape. They haven't been cleaned properly and polished properly and all that stuff. The spokes look terrible, so I just decided to get new rims and tires. And then I was looking around and I saw the people with the 21-inch front wheel and 18-inch rear, and I thought I'd go that direction. And today I'm going to be taking these old ones off and putting the new ones on. Thanks for watching my video. All right, so we've got a 1/2-inch bolt right here for the chain guard, and a 1/2-inch bolt right here. I'm gonna go ahead and loosen the axle. This is a 15/16 socket on this side, and then I got a 15/16 inch wrench on the other side. Okay, so now we're going to take off our caliper. It's got two T45 bolts right there. I thought I stripped it for a minute. Now you got to back these axle nuts off, axle alignment nuts. I got this one to turn, but the other side is seized up, or it's not turning anyway. I put a 1/2-inch wrench on it, no go. Put my impact on it, no go. So I'm gonna put a little heat to it, see what happens. No good. Well, this project just got real interesting now that I broke the bolt off in there. So I got the wheel off. So that bolt that broke off, I think I'm going to put another hex head bolt on here and just try to drive it out of there and try to get a new bolt. Back wheel is on. The only thing is I could not get that bolt out of there, but it stayed in the exact same position, so when I tighten the axle down, it is broke off in there, but it's in the exact same spot, and it's just an adjustment bolt, so eventually I'm gonna have to address that, but it's on there for now. I thought DNA sent me brake pads, but they didn't. I just reused the pads I had. They're still in decent shape. Looks good on there. My exhaust tips rusted right there, and I was wondering why, and I think I know why, because the axle bolt is hitting it. When you go to put the axle bolt, pull it out and put it back in. So last time they did some work on this bike, that's been there for a while, so they must have hit it with the axle bolt. Couple things. So DNA said that I needed a spacer for the pulley spacer. So because when you go and when you go and order these rims, when you go online and look at the ordering process, they ask you what size spacer you want. Well, I called them and asked them, and they said this is what I needed for my bike. And then they give you the bolts, 2-inch bolts. So I needed an 1.5-inch spacer and 2-inch bolts is what they told me, and that's what they sent me. The problem is I did not need the spacer on my bike. So I had to actually go buy some bolts. I just bought some grade 8 bolts. Comment below if that's a bad idea, but I've used them in engines and everything before. Anyway, so these bolts were too long. So I had to go buy some shorter bolts. They're 7/16 by 14 thread bolts. And hope they work all right. But yeah, they sent me the looking chrome, nice looking bolts, but couldn't use them because they're too long. They stopped about right there. So they was about almost 1 inch too long. So there's the back wheel. And the front wheel's next. There it is, sitting right there. So I'm gonna get to work on that. DNA also sent me these, well, I ordered them from DNA, but they're there. The front fender spacers, risers, that when you put the 21-inch wheel on these Heritage Softails, you're supposed to use these to raise the fender up to give you clearance. But I've heard two different things from different people, that you do need them or that you don't need them. So I got them anyway. They're like 15 bucks. If I don't need them, oh well. If I do, at least I got them. So we'll find out. So to get the front wheel, the old one, off, is first thing you want to do is remove the brake caliper and hang it on to something with a zip tie. You got to take that nut right there off, axle nut. And then you gotta remove the cap, two bolts for the cap. And then you can dry the axle out of there. And then basically just do the same thing in reverse to put it back on. Make sure your wheel spacers, I use the same wheel spacers that I had before because they sent me the same Timken bearings. See, when I ordered these wheels, they told me that I was gonna have to get different spacers because they came with sealed bearings. But then when they sent me the wheels, they actually had Timken bearings, roller bearings. And I used the same spacers for my old wheels on the front and on the back. I was told, I even went and bought a bag of spacers, a bag of wheel spacers, but I could have used them, just used the same size, but I just used the old ones so I knew that they would work. All right, guys, got the wheels on. Got everything buttoned up, I believe. Just got the front brake put on. I had to come back this morning and finish it because my kids wanted to go to Chuck E. Cheese. They're on spring break. Y'all know who that is if you got kids. I think I'm gonna buy some new brake pads, but I use the old ones for now because I thought DNA was gonna send me some new ones, but I don't know. Maybe I didn't order them. Maybe I did. I don't know. I thought I did, but pretty good. Now, I ended up not using the fender relocator brackets because it fit. I mean, you could use them if you want, maybe for looks, but I think it looks good like that. And I spun the wheel around. It's not touching anywhere. I was worried about there's a bolt in the back side of that light, but it seems to be just fine. Maybe I'll get going down the road and have issues, but so far so good. Not sure what happened to my tail light. Busted out somehow. I backed this bike out of the garage, and then I was backing this thing up, and then I don't know, I'm not sure what happened, but somehow my taillight got busted. I'm not sure what happened. All right, guys, now I just got to clean up my garage. Got my table full of tools back there. And I'm gonna get her going, get her fired up, and get a good picture of it out in the sun, a before and after picture. See what you guys think.